Apple reached an all-time high today on a day when the tech sector and the S&P 500 both are consolidating. And this is pretty incredible. You would think a reaction like this would come off with something major, something groundbreaking. Kind of. This guy is the VP of Apple AI. He's retiring. Before we get into who's replacing him, how awful do you have to be at your job that the company stock and management celebrate when you actually quit your job? This is peak patheticness in my opinion. Like, how bad were you at this job that the stock actually jumped because you're retiring? Can you imagine? Usually, if you're good at your job, the inverse happens. You're retiring, stock goes down. Walmart CEO, he's retiring, the stock actually plummeted by over 5%. This guy's retiring and everybody's rejoicing. That to me is pretty sad if you ask me. But the hits just keep on coming. They're being replaced by a guy that actually was one of the main executives behind Copilot, then later on became the main executive for Gemini. So Apple isn't getting a scrub here. They're getting a very talented guy that knows how to implement, execute, and most importantly, take market share in AI products and services. Now, this is going to be extremely challenging for Apple. The reason is this guy has a history. He has a history of spending. Even when he joined Google, he said, look, I need to spend. And they gave him a blank check to do so. When he joined Microsoft, he said the same thing. Look, I need to spend. And they gave him a blank check to do so. When we head over to Common Investor Donna and take a look at Apple, they spend a lot of money doing stock buybacks. Look, in 2022, over 16 billion outstanding shares. And today, that number is less than 15 billion. Meaning Apple literally spent over hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars doing stock buybacks instead of spending on research and development. So this could be a challenging for Apple because they're going to have to decrease the amount of money they spend on stock buyback. But if they can re-accelerate their growth in revenue, this will be an absolute worth dollar spent because right now their revenue has been flat for the last 3 years. Just take a look at this. It's hovering around 400 billion and that's it. Sometimes it goes 10 billion up from that and sometimes it comes down for that, but it stays at that ratio for the last 4 years. So if he can come in and re-accelerate revenue growth, this could be something that will be a game changer for Apple in the long run. Even now, Apple is not a company that should be worth over $280. Majority of this year's stock price increase has come from the fact that they had a multiple expansion. Meaning at the start of the year, they had a PE less than 30. Today, they have a PE of about 28. So that is not a company that can consistently do this year in and year out. Right now, the hype is real. The story is real. The love is real. But that won't last if the revenue consistently stays flat. You can't expect someone in the future to pay 50 PE so you can get a return on